The fate of humanity rests in the hands of a single man. Will he be able to face the challenges that arise? Night falls quietly over Aethermoor. Life goes on as if nothing had happened. Finally, people feel safe. Everyone carries their own thoughts, their own dreams. Even the smallest joys still remain. Everything seemed to be returning to normal. People were enjoying life's little pleasures, unaware that something was about to happen. Until... What really happened that night? We're about to find out. The victim in this case is Rowan, a 37-year-old man, divorced from his wife after catching her cheating. He has 2 children and works as a cobbler. Just before the incident, he had gotten into an argument with his ex-wife, an argument witnessed by her affair partner, who had since become her boyfriend. Feeling weakened by the tension of the confrontation, he drank a glass of water, then called his friend to go out. Miles, 33 years old, has a passion for gambling. This has caused him nothing but trouble, leaving him with significant debts. He went out with Rowan that night, hoping to get money from him. When he was refused, he became quite verbally aggressive. An argument broke out, and things grew tense between the two of them. Rowan then got up from the table and went to the bathroom to wash his face, as he wasn't feeling well. When he returned, things seemed to have calmed down. Elias, the bartender, a 41-year-old man, married and has 1 child. This is his business, which he's run for 13 years without incident. He filled the mug of beer. That was later served to Rowan. Mira, an 18-year-old girl. Due to financial difficulties, she took a part-time job as a waitress and attends classes during the day. She was supposed to serve Rowan's drink, but something happened. Soren, the son of Elias, a 22-year-old who caused his father a lot of trouble. He dropped out of school, got into drugs, and ran with dangerous people. His father tried to set him on the right path, so he convinced him to work for him. That night, Soren insisted on helping Mira serve Rowan's drink. Behind him was Kyle, a 24-year-old who was secretly following Soren. Whether he had a clear motive, we cannot know. But one thing is certain, someone had sent him to do it. The biopsy performed by the doctors confirmed people's fears. Rowan had been poisoned. There was no mistake. His body showed all the signs. The signs of Grimthorn, a rare plant that produces a lethal sap. When a person comes into contact with this, they begin to experience dizziness, dry mouth, a rise in body temperature, and eventually, death. A single drop is enough to bring down even a bull. Symptoms appear immediately and intensify with every passing minute, with death occurring within an hour. Because of this delayed effect, it was often used by assassins in the past, giving them time to disappear before the incident would occur. It's extremely difficult for ordinary people to obtain, circulating only on the black market at enormous prices. Rowan's funeral was attended by his ex-wife, along with his 2 children, and a small group of people who had known him. The children stood close to their mother, too young to fully understand what had happened, but old enough to feel that something in their world had changed forever. His friend, it seemed, hadn't shown up. The investigation was underway. It appeared the death had occurred at 10:35 p.m., caused by Grimthorn poisoning. The investigators were nearing a conclusion and already suspected the culprit. Yet, no one seemed to care that one detail was missing. The four main suspects in this tragic event are Miles, Elias, Mira, and Soren. Miles. It seems he had a conflict with Rowan, one that everyone noticed. After this moment, Rowan got up from the table and went to the bathroom, gone for about 3 minutes, a window during which Miles could have slipped something into his drink. What's more, when Rowan returned, everything suddenly calmed down, as if things had already been settled. However, Miles claims that at that point, Rowan still didn't have anything to drink on the table. Elias confirms Miles's statement. Rowan hadn't ordered anything to drink until he returned from the bathroom. Only after he came back, looking quite pale, did he signal for a mug of beer to be poured for him. Elias claims he's run the business for a long time and has no reason to harm anyone. Moreover, he states that Mira saw him pouring the drink, so he had no opportunity to slip anything in without being noticed. Mira, indeed, didn't notice anything suspicious. She says she was extremely tired that night, and Soren offered to help her. At first, she refused, knowing he was the son of the man who employed her. But after his repeated insistence, she agreed. Soren says it's true. He insisted on helping Mira because he noticed she wasn't feeling well. But he claims all he did was serve the mug of beer to Rowan. However, it seems that this is exactly what made him the prime suspect. He was the only person in the room who had a moment where no one else was paying attention. The investigation continued, and something interesting came to light. It appears that 2 weeks earlier, Rowan had gotten into a conflict with someone from the group Soren used to hang around with. And so, the 5 great judges, whose true identities remained unknown to all, yet who were revered for the absolute authority they wielded within the tribunal, took a stand. They decided that Soren is the one guilty in this case, and his punishment will be death. In that way, they will teach everyone a lesson about what happens when someone defies the law. Soren was desperate, in tears, begging for mercy, repeating over and over again that he was innocent. But no one seemed to listen, until someone was about to appear.